This video was brought to you by Skillshare. So you want to get into music production, nothing wrong about it. You want to get into beat making, want to get some money, some placements, want people to memorize your producer tag.
Gunsoww got a crazy X.
No problem. You probably came to the right guy. Well, it's good to know a few things beforehand just so your experience ain't gonna be that bad. Well, I got a few tips that might actually make you understand and put some things into perspective just so you know what's gonna come. Number one, do not have high expectations. Now, what do I mean by this? It's good to be prepared and you could always hype yourself up before trying to learn something new because it's good to keep yourself motivated. But do not expect to learn beat making or music production in a few days, weeks, months. I've been producing for 3 years nearly and I barely touched the surface of the iceberg. I've got so much more to learn and I'm honestly looking forward to it. And I did make the mistake of expecting a lot from just the beginning, which is why I'm saying do not have really high expectations. It's good to prepare yourself mentally before picking it up, but yeah, I'm repeating myself at this point. Number two, a good thing to have before actually starting producing is having influences. Usually, if you want to start working on something that's considered art, you don't really want to go in blindfolded. You need to know what you want to create before trying to create something. If you were to paint something and you haven't studied or looked at someone else's paintings, then you don't really know what to base your painting off of. So having some influences are gonna help you shape your sound and it's gonna make your experience overall better just because you'll know what you're looking for, basically you know what you want to do. But keep in mind, as I stated in one of my last videos, do not mistake having influences for idols. You don't want to sound exactly like them, you want to feel inspired by them. You're only gonna borrow some things and make them into your own thing, because if you'd be idolizing someone, then you'd try to recreate what they're doing and you wouldn't really be evolving because you'd stick to the same thing. So having multiple influences is going to be a massive advantage. Number three, this might sound counterintuitive compared to what I said a few seconds ago, but it's really good and it helps a lot to try and recreate some tracks that you like. Now, I know it does sound pretty weird, but I mean recreating a few specific tracks that you like just so you can get a grasp on them. And I don't mean recreating 50 tracks by one artist. Not only that you'll actually understand the structure better compared to, going in blindfolded, but you're also gonna learn a few techniques by just trying to replicate what you've heard. And you could once again implement what you've learned into your own thing. I've actually done this in the beginning and it helped because I understood what needs to be put where and how things should come in together. Number four, do not invest money in hardware, maybe not even in software right from the get-go. You're still at the beginning point. You still don't know if this is truly what you want to do for maybe not the rest of your life, but for a longer time. Yeah, it's nice to have equipment. It's nice to have studio monitors, a nice pair of headphones, a nice microphone, but you gotta think about the fact that they might actually not help you at all, because a lot of people tend to invest a lot of money from the get-go and then they wouldn't really know what to do with the equipment. I can say this happened to me when I got my monitors. I didn't really mix on them, like it didn't change anything. My mixes were the same, my beats overall sounded the same. Yeah, I gotta admit, I got them because I liked them and I thought it would make me committed to making music because I invested in equipment. But at the end of the day, it didn't improve my skills at all. So you gotta think twice before wanting to buy something, before even getting to the point where you're 100% sure that it's actually gonna help you. If you still want to invest money in music, I'd either recommend you invest money in software, in plugins that you know they'll actually help, or in drum kits, which are essential when it comes to making beats, because from the get-go you're not gonna make your own sounds since you don't really have the experience. So buying drum kits or finding some free ones is gonna be a massive advantage because you're gonna have actually good sounds that you could actually manipulate and make something that sounds good compared to some basic and lame sounds that you could find in your DAW. So drum kit should probably be on the top one priority when it comes to learning how to produce and learning what sounds to use and so on, because you'll have a variety of sounds. Same goes to software, buying a nice synth, buying a nice, I would say sample library, but I'm thinking about Omnisphere. That's a massive plugin, but it's one of the best ones because it has a lot of sounds and a lot of variety as well. But yeah, number 5, set realistic goals. As I said in the beginning of the video, try not to have huge expectations because it's not gonna take you anywhere, or it's not gonna take you faster than realistic goals. An example for a realistic goal could be reaching maybe 10 SoundCloud followers in the first month, or reaching 100 plays on one beat, or making a YouTube channel where you could post your songs or your beats and so on. It needs to be something that's doable and something that could actually motivate you going forward, because if you set a goal like reaching 1,000 followers in the first week and not actually doing it, it's probably gonna make you more unmotivated than motivated. So you gotta plan what you want to achieve and make sure that it's doable. Number 6, one of the most important steps, and this applies even to someone who's been producing for 10 years, maybe 20 years, which is always be open to learning. You won't be able to do anything, or you won't be able to make progress if you'll stop learning. Don't block any new information because it's only gonna make you suffer in the long run. I'm not saying you need to start learning everything, because then again you'll start having seemingly impossible goals because you can't really learn and know everything. But being open to feedback, or oh yeah, I want to learn a new genre. Okay, I'm gonna start slow. I'm gonna look into some basic ideas, and then I'm gonna pursue this idea and then make it seem reachable. And one of the best places for learning, if not the best, is Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community for creators with more than 25,000 classes in music production, design, marketing, and even more. A premium membership gives you unlimited access, so you can join the classes and communities that are right just for you and your doable goals. Whether you want to fuel your curiosity, creativity, or even career, Skillshare is the perfect place to keep you learning and thriving in 2019. I'm currently watching a multitude of courses by Young Guru, who's a Grammy-nominated audio engineer, and I can already tell the difference compared to before watching the courses. And not only that they have over 25,000 classes, Skillshare is also super affordable. An annual subscription is less than $10 a month, so you can join more than 7 million creators learning with Skillshare. And also, guess what? The first 500 people to click the link in the description are gonna get a 2-month free trial. So click it. Come on, do it. You won't. Click it. But yeah, this concludes this video. I hope you managed to learn something, and I hope you managed to get an idea on what you need to know before actually getting into music production. Now, don't get me wrong, you don't have to feel scared of investing time into making music. Of course, this needs to be out of passion. I mean, there are a lot of people who do it just for the money, but you can tell who's doing it from the heart and who's doing it from the pocket. But yeah, it was a boy Gunsoww, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.